Shalom, brothers and sisters. It's your brother Yahawashi. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. Peace, salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth, learning or teaching this gospel in truth and sincerity. Today, I want to go over the what's going on today. As you can see, millions of dead fish are washing up in Australia, and also it happened in Florida too. And I'm going to show a video about that. But wanted to show this as well, connected to the plagues from in the time of Exodus to what Yahawashi is doing now, because we know we're out here in the last days, and that's why it's time to repent and come back to Yahawashi, because time's running out. Each day we're one day closer to seeing Yahawashi, and that's why we have to continue to Yakal, which means endure in Hebrew. We have to continue to Yakal, so that we can be worthy of that day when we see the Son of Man, Yahawashi. We want to be worthy to make it to that kingdom. So, like as you can see, like India and UAE, they're collabing to develop that digital currency, and India's setting to launch this CBDC by the end of this year. And then it's going to be global, a global network universe payment network at Davos. So we know this is going to be global, and that Fed now, it's coming in July, so like how I said on the block, so it's all coming. It's all coming to pass. We're living in the book of Revelations right now, so we're out here in the last days, and we just got to continue to endure and hope we're of that number. The ones who follow the faith of Yahawashi. So the other one that happened in Florida, I want to show that one too as well.
Think this is the way of life, then you have a very grim outlook on life.
See dead fish. Just wanted to show it. So like this one was in Australia, and it's happening, in other places too. I just wanted to show these two examples. This is all connected to the universe, like the air we breathe, the ground we walk on, the words we speak, the words we speak can be life or death, like Yahawashi said, the words I speak unto you are spirit and life, because Yahawashi is the way to that. He's the door to that eternal life, and that's why we have to come back to Yahawashi and follow him as he walked. You want to follow Yahawashi as he walked. This Babylon, which is America, like it's a death culture, like, the Jim Crow laws, lynching, all this negative racist ways, this KKK culture, this Roman culture, all the roads lead to Rome, like it's wickedness, and it's being pushed, this is that new world order, like it's nothing new. Like this is what they did, in the book of Maccabees, a one world government. So like it's wickedness from Esau, So Yahawashi is responding to the universe through his spirit and power. So, because we know Yahawashi controls all the elements of this life and death. Yeah, so let's get to it. This is get that second address. Started off with that. This is second address, chapter 15. Behold, speak though in the ears of my people words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. And cause them to be written in paper, they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not thou incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. So like it's getting into it right there. Like we don't fear nobody but Yahawashi, and going back and forth with these scoffers and these people with the false doctrine and the fools, it's useless. It's a waste of time, you know? We've been telling you these plagues are coming, you know? And they don't want to listen. They don't want to have ears to hear and eyes to see, you know? Like they only want to believe what they can see, and that's not faith, you know? That's why this is a faith thing, like it said in that verse 2, you know? They are faithful and true. It's gonna come to pass, and we're warning you. So you should wake up and listen. You know, we told you about the war as well. You know, like Russia and North Korea threatening nuclear war. North Korea has 800,000 troops ready to fight U.S. You know, they're all waiting on that go time. You know, they're ready to go. You know, and it's coming. It's coming. You know. Get that verse 4. For the unfaithfulness shall die in their unfaithfulness. You know, and that's facts. If you don't have faith, you're going to die in your unfaithfulness. You know, this is a faith thing. Like I was saying, like when Yahawashi would come, would there be faith? You know, this is a faith thing. This is all about faith. You have to believe in Yahawashi to even get to Yahawah. Verse 5, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction. You know, that's what's coming, you know. It's like we're witnessing, you know, death. You know, and Russia is threatening to blow up the ICC, you know, with hypersonic missiles. And if you want to die in this unfaithfulness, you know, go on that broad path then. That's what, just stay on it, you know? Like, because Yahawashi has already ordained it. Everything's ordained. And if you're going to be blinded, you're going to stay blinded, you know? You want to be Sodom's children, you're going to be Sodom's children, you know? So we're at the bottom right now, you know? You know, because Jake loves doing the ways of the heathen, which Yahawashi is fed up with. To this, I'm gonna read verse 6. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. So every murder is getting addressed, you know? Like that's what's going on right there. You know? It's there's so much iniquity is going throughout the land, you know? And it's getting addressed. You know? Cuz every murder gets addressed, like I'm saying, it's connected to the universe. You know, Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi speaks to us through people, places, and things, you know? You know, like the spirits of vengeance, you know? And that's what we're getting into. Like, he's not going to be silent concerning these ungodly acts that they're committing. He's not, these wicked practices, it's coming to an end, you know? And, you know, we're the innocent, we're the righteous that cry out to him continually. You know, we're crying out to Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, trying to get out of here. You know, this is not our rest, as the scriptures say, you know. So we're trying to get out of here, Yahawah Radazah, as soon as possible. We don't know when that time comes, but we're waiting on Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, and we're waiting, and we're crying out to him every day, because we're the ones being oppressed by the oppressor, Esau, you know. So, let me get that, Job. It's the book of Job, chapter 12. Let's start at verse 6. The tabernacles of the robbers prosper, and they provoke God. They that provoke God are secure, into whose hand bringeth abundantly. So Yahawah balances the scale of justice, It's all a balance, Like, just like how I said, when there's an unjust and a just that are going to get raised up in the end times, Some will make it, the just will make it into the kingdom, the unjust get their punishment and go into the Gehenna, the lake of fire. Like this, it's all a balance. So, let me get verse 7. But now ask the beasts, and they shall teach thee, and the fowls of the airs, and they shall tell thee. So we got animals dropping dead, like I showed those Salakia, those fish dropping dead, right? Birds dropping dead, like like, hey, we seen the sheep, right? The 12 sheep going around in circles. They were just continually going in circles, telling you that this is the end times, man. Like Yahawashi is showing you through the animals, the signs, And I got to follow a precept with that as well. Let me get that. Salakia, bear with me. This is a book of Romans, chapter 8. In verse 19, for the earnest expectation of the creation of the for the creature waiteth for manifestation of the sons of God. So we see right there that all creation is waiting eagerly for the future day when Yahawashi will reveal who his children are, who his elect are, man, We know an innumerable number is going to make it as well, a great multitude. But come on, now that you know that, that's talking about the elect, man. So even the Yahawashi shows through all creation, they're eagerly waiting to see, That's showing. That's why the sheep are doing that, and that's why he's showing this right now. They'll tell thee, That's what it's showing. Like. That's what it's getting into, So the fish will speak to you. That's what that's getting into in that Job chapter 12 verse 8. Like that's so and they're speaking to us. Like what I just showed. So let me continue. But yeah, Salaki, like it's all connected, like I was saying, like the fish, the air, the water, everything we're breathing in the earth is connected to the foundations of the earth. It's in balance, with nature, So like the harmony is not in order, between humans, life, and nature. Man. So let me continue. Or verse 8. Or speak to the earth, and it shall teach thee, and the fishes of the sea shall declare unto thee. Who knoweth not all these things, that the hand of Yahawah had wrought this, in whose hand are the soul of the living thing, and breathe of all mankind? Do not the ears try words, and the mouth taste his meat, and the ancient wisdom, and in length of days understanding? So like as we can see right there, like like Yahawah is causing these plagues, like how I was saying, and no justice is like no justice is here on earth, and righteousness does not go forth, like justice and judgment is from Yahawashi. He's a man of war, that's what he's about. And he shows it in this book, man. This King James Version Bible, and Esau, man. He's wicked, the so-called white man, So Yahawashi is fed up with him, and these other nations. He's fed up with these evildoers, and we're the ones who stand up against the evildoers, He's throwing off the earth, man, because he doesn't care, you know. Little do he care, you know. Come on, let's get that Exodus 7:15. This is the book of Exodus, start at 7, verse 15. Get thee unto Pharaoh in the morning, lo, he goeth out. Salaki, I'm going to go to it. Lo, he goeth out unto the water, and though he stand by the river's brink, against he come, and the rod which he turneth to a serpent shalt thou take in thy hand. So you know, like in the top of the chapter, you know, Moses was, Yahawah made Moses a god to Pharaoh, you know, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet, you know. So like this is what it's getting into, you know, like. In the eyes of Pharaoh, he was a god, you know, and in the eyes of the children of Israel, you know, the Israelites as well. So this is verse 16. And thou shalt say unto him, Yahawah, God of Hebrews, hath sent me unto saying, let my people go, and that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hitherto thou wouldest not hear. So like you know, so us Israelites, you know, the ones in the true doctrine, Yahawashi, the ones that have that spirit on them, you know, we're prophesying in these last days, you know, to represent the prophets and Moses, you know, because everyone has a lot, you know, if it's on your spirit to go out there and teach, you know, and go on the streets, by all means, you know, this it's everyone has a lot, you know, and we love all our brethren in the body, you know, like we respect everybody, like every work you do, you're getting judged on the last day, you know, the way you love your brother, the way you do everything, you know. So we don't judge, we treat everyone equal. Salaki is what I'm saying, like no matter what lot we have. So it's brotherly love. Let the brotherly love continue. So verse 17. Thus saith Yahawah, and thou shalt know that I am Yahawah. Behold, I smite with the rod that is mine. It is my hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood. So you see, like Pharaoh known, you know, he's known as the Salakia, like I meant to say Pharaoh, right? I always mess up and just say that. Salakia, the Pharaoh, you know. The Egyptians are the modern day Edomites, known as in Romans chapter 9, you know. These are the modern day Edomites. These are Egyptians, you know. And like that verse 17 that I read, you know, there's several reports of this happening, you know, getting the water turned to blood. Look it up if you don't believe me, you know. There's reports Google it. We got Google, you know. You know, it's reports in the United States, in this Babylon place, you know. Just like all the other events, you know, that Esau has money to go find that stuff, you know. So, just like Noah's Ark, you know, they found it, you know, in Mount Ararat, Salaki, if I'm saying it wrong. Just another example. It says verse 18. And the fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall sink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink the water of the river. So we can see, as we can see, you know, that's happening right now, you know. So people want to play games with this Bible, but this is what happens, you know. The river shall stink, you know. Like that's what happened. And I'm gonna show that as well. Let me look it up again. Dead fish in Florida.
Dead fishes in Florida.
This is how it is. This is a way of life. Absolutely. If you want to think this is the way of life, then you have a very grim outlook on life. The way of life should be everything living, enjoying life. But
dead fishes in Florida.
This is how it is. This is a way of life. Absolutely. If you want to think this is the way of life, then you have a very grim outlook on life. The way of life should be everything living, enjoying life with.
Going to the
Yeah, Con.
dead fishes in Florida.
He didn't. He said it stinks. Like that. That's what it said in that verse.
Locals
right
in a
here,
small
it
town
says
in the
right here.
outback of Australia woke up to this sight and a horrible smell. Here you're
Horrible
seeing
smell.
millions of dead
Con,
fish washed up
I'm
on
in my
Darling
point
River
right
in
there, you
Menindee
know?
in New
Like horrible smell. It stinks. Like Con, he said it in that video too as well. That's why Salaki. That's why I played it again to try to hear when he said it, but he didn't say it like that. Video was shortened out. But if you find that video, he says it stinks, because it's common sense though too, right? Dead fish, a lot of dead fish, it's gonna stink. So Con, like, and that's what that verse says right there. You know, it said that the river shall stink. You know. And that's why people are playing games. This Bible is not a game. You got to come back to Yahawashi and get in that water for remission of sins to receive the Holy Ghost, you know? In the name of Yahawashi, you know? This is not a game. Time's running out, you know? You don't want to not have that wedding garment on, you know? Yahawashi is coming for his bride, you know? This is how it goes, man. You know, it's like you don't want to be like finessed by Esau, you know, like even that Stockholm syndrome, you know. You don't want to be part of that, you know, because these people, like these games are gonna come to an end, like I'm saying, you know. You know, Yahawashi is tired of the effeminate men, you know, without a backbone that can't stand up for this, you know. These kids that can't be taught correctly, you know. That's why you're supposed to train them up, like it says in Proverbs, you know. And it's like, this is the indoctrination, you know, of the daughter of Babylon, to learn wickedness, perversion, rebellion, you know. This, as it was said before. You know, like we said this before, you know. Even Yosef said it, you know. We're tired of being tired. And that's facts, man. We're ready to get out of here. Like I was saying, this is not our rest. You know, Yahawashi is our rest, you know. And what we're waiting on, that new city, man. That's what we're waiting on, you know. That continuing city, you know, the kingdom. That's our goal, man. That's what we're waiting on. I'm gonna get that second Edges, chapter 16. Let's start at verse 32. The book of second Edges, chapter 16, verse 32. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. So the earth's responding to what's coming in, you know, murder, wickedness, murder. It's like a wickedness, murder, you know, like that's what's coming, you know, theft, deceit, mischief, all this, you know, like all this wickedness, you know, because wickedness ties in with murders, you know. That's why I had to be more specific. So this is verse 33. And the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, and the woman shall, it's like the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The woman shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. You're not gonna have any. These women aren't gonna have any help because they didn't want to listen and come back to Yahawashi. You know, and they're not gonna have help. They're not gonna have husbands, and there's gonna be no bridegrooms. You know. For the Yukon, like that's why, you know, these women's have like abused their husbands and the helpers. Like we're trying to help them, and they don't want to listen. They don't want to take heed and hearken unto Yahawashi when they had the liberty to come back to Yahawashi. You know, they despise the laws, the statutes and commandments, and they hate instruction. You know, they refuse to listen. They're stiff-necked. Like our nations, our 12 tribes, you know, the ones that don't want to come back to this true gospel. that don't want to come back to Yahawashi, who controls everything, you know? And that's why we know in that time in Jacob's trouble, that's why 7 women are going to take hold of one man, you know? Number 7 means completion, you know? And like that's what it gets into, man. Cause they're gonna regret, you know? They're gonna know they should have came back to Yahawashi, and it's gonna be too late. Come on, let me get that verse 35. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord, talking to his elect. You know, you have to have that faith, man, in Yahawashi, with the spirit of discernment. Come on, I'm gonna continue. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the God of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. And when a woman with child in the 9th month bring forth her son, so like within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So like as you see right there, like that's what it's going into. Like we're in that womb, you know, like we're in the surrogate, the mother of harlots, the daughter of Babylon, you know, like we're like the Matrix, you know, and you know the elect does not belong to her, you know. This is not our rest, you know. That's why Spirit of Yahawashi is going to gather his firstborn, man, the elect, man, the first fruits. And, you know, his plagues do not slack, you know, like it's saying it's going to come, you know. And like that verse 38, you know, just as a pregnant woman, you know, she that pain, she has pains in her womb for 2 or 3 hours, you know, and the child comes forth from the womb, you know. There will not be a moment's delay. Like, it's not going to slack. It's going to happen. This is going to come, you know? Like, they're going to get this destruction, you know? Come on. Like, let me get that 2nd Esdras 15. We'll go back to verse 9. Therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. You know, to these people that are being mistreated, you know, like that's what this is getting into, man. You know, because he's gonna avenge, you know. He will receive all the innocent blood from among them, you know. You know, the slaughtered, you know, they're not judged righteously, like I was saying. So I'm going to continue on. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter, and I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the lands thereof. You see? Verse 12, and Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. So we see that Yahawashi is speaking to us, you know, through like the creation, you know, the air we breathe, you know, the chemtrails, the air, you know, it's all polluted in toxins, you know, toxic, you know, and like the food, we know it's all defiled, you know. I posted that on my story, like you're eating plastic, bro. Like, you know, the fast foods, it's plastic. Like, you know, even the laundry detergent got banned out there in you know, in Salakia, I think New York, if I'm not mistaken. So brother, you sent me that. Like, man, yeah, because the detergent is defiled too. The laundry detergent, man. You gotta get that healthy detergent, you know. And our water, our water is defiled, you know. Yeah, these people's minds are getting fooled, you know. They're being deceived left and right, you know. That wicked spirit, you know, and his daughter of Babylon, man. It's going to be consumed with this fiery flame, like how I just read in these verses, man. and they're not going to be able to escape that, you know, because we know that justice and judgment is a Yahawah Yahawashi, and he will execute judgment, you know. Come on, like that's what's going on right there, you know. Because he's gonna save his elect, you know, like in that verse 11, you know. Because Babylon's gonna get it. So Khan, I hope this was edifying. I want to get Salakia. Let me get that Matthew 26:6. Almost forgot. Let's get it right here. Book of Matthew, chapter 26. Now when Yahawashi was in Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, and they had indignation, saying, To what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Yahawashi understood it, he said unto them, Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always. For in that she had poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wherever so this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman had done be told for a memorial of her. And with that, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. Peace, salutation to the hopeful elect scattered abroad across the four corners of the earth. The grace and mercy be bound to the hopeful elect as well. Shalom.